Here, a really good welcome from the Liverpool fans. Of course, getting a bit later today. There's been a little bit of a dispute in terms of the ticket pricing that's going on for the next 3 seasons, and quite a few of them were outside when I was walking into the ground, but the usual Anfield roars, the teams came out here. Virgil van Dijk, of course, leading that Liverpool side for this one. Those 5 changes that we've been talking about, so Salah, Jones, Gakpo, Robertson and Ungamoa, they all start in this one. Gomez, Kerkez, McAllister, Ekitike and Gravenberch, they're the players that step aside. So Liverpool with Mamardashvili in goal, Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson, Jones and Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Salah, Ungamoa and Gakpo. That's the starting 11. Freddie Woodman is the goalkeeping sub. Joe Gomez is there, Kerkez, Alexander Isak, Alexis McAllister, Federico Chiesa, Hugo Ekitike, Ryan Gravenberch and Trey Nyoni. The You'll Never Walk Alone being blasted out by the cop behind me now. Fulham, well, they're unchanged from the side that beat Burnley and just 5 points behind Liverpool at the start of this game. So they're a dangerous side, certainly. Harry Wilson, we've mentioned, 10 goals, 6 assists for him already this season. So he's in really good form and almost got Wales to the World Cup as well. He wasn't too far from doing that, was he, in those playoff games? So he's a danger, certainly, but they've got good players everywhere. Bernd Leno in goal for them. Timothy Castagna, Joachim Anderson, Calvin Bassey, Anthony Robinson, Sander Berg and Alex Iwobi, Harry Wilson, Josh King and Oscar Bob, and then Rodrigo Muniz, he will lead the line for them. Benjamin Leconte, Raul Jimenez, Tom Kearney, Jorge Cuenca, Samuel Chukwueze, Sasa Lukic, Ryan Sessegnon, Issa Diop and Emil Smith-Rowe. They're the players on the bench for Fulham. They will be in the white shirts for this one. Liverpool, of course, in their classic red. And Anthony Taylor is our referee. And the crowd right behind the side here. And that's going to be really important between now and the end of the season, I think, isn't it, Craig?
Yeah, I mean, everyone needs to stick together. You know, when you're having a bad time, you want the fans behind you. But you have to give them something to shout for and give them a bit of encouragement to go and continue to support, which they always do. I mean, this crowd's unbelievable. You know, listen to that now. I have to give a mention to my best mate's wife, who's actually down right in front of me on the touchline. She's one of the signers for the You'll Never Walk Alone, so she's down there now. She's just given me a wave. It's Kwan Parry, so well done, Kwan. You're doing a great job down there. I'm glad she knows the words, by the way.
And I wasn't sure as well. I saw you were you signing back to her then and showing how impressive your skills were, Craig?
No, I was just saying hello. That's a wave. That means nothing. Well, it does mean something, actually, but I was just waving at her.
I think with my grandkids, I can manage thank you and I can manage pig, and I'm about as far as that so far. But I mean, a great thing that they're doing, isn't it, with the sponsors here as well?
Yeah, I think it's with Carlsberg. There's 6 of them all dotted around the ground where all the deaf people are and signing You'll Never Walk Alone, so that they're in sync with the crowd. You know, it's a fabulous idea.
So a terrific atmosphere. It's Fulham who will kick this one off. Right now, they're attacking the cop in the first half. The long ball forward and Konate's gone across there. The ball is headed infield, so Szoboszlai is back just to clear the danger. Salah just doing his best there to get past Anthony Robinson on that far side. He's player Anthony Robinson that a lot of Premier League clubs have actually looked at, but he's stayed at Fulham, Craig.
Yeah, I mean, there was talk of Liverpool at one stage with him. I mean, performances were really impressive, weren't he? He's a really athletic lad. He's a tall lad as well. Really does bomb down that left-hand side. Liverpool will have to be wary of him, that's for sure.
So they're bombing down the left-hand side there. Ungamoa there. Just for a moment was trying to control it wide left-hand side. Couldn't quite get the touch he wanted to. But Liverpool have the possession now with Curtis Jones. Szoboszlai goes back as far as Van Dijk and see if Liverpool can start this game with a little bit more pace. What Craig's been asking for certainly is Ungamoa now makes his way down this left-hand touchdown. He's got one against him and a call behind as well, so they obviously know about his abilities. But it's particularly the pace of the game and the pressing is what you're looking for, Craig.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with the ball, I want them to move it quick, and if they get a chance to go forward and exploit Fulham because they've threw too many men forward, then that's what I want to see. You know, I want to see fast counter-attacks. I want to see them look forward early. I want to see them play longer passes if they're on. You know, it's not long ball. It's doing it if it's on, which has been missing. But also without the ball, being aggressive with the closing down, doing it in bunches, you know, trying trying to stop Fulham from just being able to pick a pass, getting the head up and pick a pass. That's what I want to see.
Let's see if that's what Liverpool can manage in this one. They've given away a free kick midway inside the Fulham half. We've had hailstones, we've had rainstorms, and now we've got bright sunshine here at Anfield as Gakpo there trying to close down Leno as he was trying to clear the ball away in this near touchline. And Liverpool, led by Andy Robertson there, actually are pushing very, very high. So that message might have got out. Salah chases away on that far side as Robertson comes in field, only as far as Bassi, who is on the edge of his own penalty area, plays the ball short there for Iwobi. It's played wide left-hand side, and now Fulham break across the halfway line. They've got plenty of players forward. Canati there just went into the space where the pass went there from Robinson. And now Fulham, the team that are pressing and forcing Liverpool back towards their own penalty area. A factor this season where teams have played through Liverpool a little bit too easy on occasions, Craig.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Liverpool have at times, but that all comes from the closing down, Derek, and not being aggressive when you're doing it and giving teams too much time and space to pick a pass. So they've almost been caught in half positions where they don't know whether to close or whether to stay.
I think Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate be quite happy to be with a more traditional back four today. They got pulled right, left and centre really by the quick passing of PSG, certainly in that 2-0 defeat. Liverpool have learned a little bit from that when it comes to the game here on Tuesday night. Curtis Jones, little round the corner pass there to Szoboszlai. Did really well to keep possession there, but he's gone back towards his own goal in the end. Van Dijk now with Konate. The chip ball forward there by Konate, looking for the one there of Andy Robertson of all people behind the defence. So he's taken a leaf out of Kirkes' book, but over the seasons you'd probably say Kirkes has taken a leaf out of Andy Robertson's book, who's in possession again now inside left channel. Comes wide to Curtis Jones, wide left-hand side. Jones into the penalty area, cuts in field, little back heel there. Now with Robertson trying to curl it in towards the far post. Doesn't have enough on it to go behind for a corner, I don't think. No, it's cleared away and out of play on this near side. But already Andy Robertson getting forward, trying to support that attack, Craig.
Yeah, I mean, he made a run centre forward there, wasn't he? He was so far in field, furthest man up the pitch. You're used to seeing Andy Robertson do that, aren't you? Probably a bit more on this left-hand side, I would like to see him. But you can see now, Mo Salah is so far wide. Now and again, it's worth just turning Fulham because Robinson is so far in field that ball's on, and just do it. And if it doesn't come off, it makes Fulham think. They don't want to be exploited with the space in behind. It just might make them drop off a little bit and give people like Wirtz a little bit more space in front of them.
Wirtz now plays a good ball away on that far side. Salah gets the ball back there now for Frimpong, right into the penalty area. He's won a corner, but that was a neat little passage play by Liverpool and almost created the space.
Yeah, there was a couple of little nutmegs in there, wasn't there? I think Florian Wirtz, a little nutmeg, and then Salah played the ball down to Frimpong, who made a good run. Put behind for a corner that Salah will take.
Right hand side, Anfield Road end. Konate, Van Dijk, Szoboszlai lurking in and around the 6-yard box. Gumour and Wirtz. Curtis Jones on the edge of the penalty area as the corner comes in now. It's underneath the crossbar. It breaks away towards the edge of the penalty area, but Anthony Taylor has spotted something inside the 6-yard box, and that's going to be a free kick Fulham's way.
That was a vicious ball in, wasn't it, from Mo? Down on Liverpool's right-hand side, killed it in with his left foot. I don't know what Anthony Taylor's seen there. He's almost nothing in that. When you look at the replay, Konate is having a bit of a wrestling match, but they're both at it. I don't think anyone has done anything. So I don't know what Anthony Taylor was seeing.
Liverpool trying to press high again as the ball played back as far as Leno. And his ball away on that far side. The challenge came in from Salah, but he couldn't win it. Fulham will now try and break for themselves. They have an overlap down that left-hand side there. Bit of space now for the cross to come in. It's a good-looking one, and in the end bounces away from Rodrigo Muniz in the end and goes behind for a goal kick Liverpool's way, but they had 2 or 3 players there, a bit of an overload down that left-hand side as they came forward.
Yeah, they worked that quite nicely down Frimpong's side, and I think again it was Andy Robertson who made a run, didn't he, and took everyone away. Ball was played wide, but the cross wasn't really great quality.
Robertson with the ball forward, bounces away from Gakpo. Wirtz trying to pick up the second ball, couldn't quite manage it there. 7 minutes gone the first half here on Total Sport on a Saturday afternoon on BBC Radio Merseyside. No goals in this one earlier. Brentford 2, Everton 2. Some reaction to that hopefully at half time in this one. Maximus won the Grand National. All the best sport here on BBC Radio Merseyside. It's going to be a throw midway inside the Fulham half. Towards the halfway line, Muniz is there. He was rather muscled out of it by Van Dijk, but then I think Van Dijk was hoping the ball would go forward, but it came back as far as Canati. Now with Szoboszlai inside the centre circle, back to Canati again. A lot of movement in front of him. Comes to Van Dijk, now with Jones. And in the end, Gakpo loses possession, but now Ngumoa might have a chance now to run this Fulham defence. The noise of the crowd just lifts a little bit, then he tried to play it wide towards Salah. Frimpong's done well to win the second ball back, then the pass is just behind Salah. Looking for Frimpong again. Cross comes in, takes a little deflection. Has that gone behind for a corner? Yes, it has. Well, it wasn't the most perfect passing move you'll ever see in a game of football, but Liverpool worked it reasonably well in the end, Craig.
Yeah, again, Frimpong on the overlap around Mo Salah, done well to win it. Gave it to Mo, and then it was actually an underlap. Mo played him in, tried to get a cross in, but again it was blocked behind for another corner for Liverpool.
Right hand side, Anfield Road end. Salah will take it left footed. This one dropped underneath the crossbar. This one again is in towards the 6-yard box. He's headed away from danger. Verts will have to backpedal to collect this one, get it wide as far as Salah again. Then the high cross comes in towards Van Dijk at the far post, chests the ball down. Jones, now with Ngumoa. Two players on him straight away. Gets it back as far as Curtis Jones though. Looks up. It towards the feet of Van Dijk. Back as far as Jones again. Left edge of the penalty area. Trying to get Ngumoa behind the defence. He's done so as well. And then the chip was not a good one in the end. It was trying to chip it towards the far post, I think. So it was neither a pullback in the end. But they worked the opportunity well there down this left-hand touchline.
Yeah, they did. It was nice passing, was there? Ngumoa in the end went. Curtis Jones gave him it. He just tried to dink it to the far post with his left foot, but didn't get enough on it. Keeper managed to catch it.
One of the things as a young player you need to find as well is obviously that what to do in the final third as well. Got those percentages really high, but they worked him into a good space there as Mamardashvili just about keeps the ball from going behind for a goal kick and can only kick the ball out of play on that far side. It's going to be a Fulham throw midway inside the Liverpool half. Towards Rodrigo Muniz there, and a little bit of shirt tugging, said Anthony Taylor. It's going to be a free kick Liverpool's way. So we've had just got up to 10 minutes in the first half. Is this the sort of start that you wanted from Liverpool, or still looking for a bit more, Craig?
No, I'm looking for a little bit more, if I'm honest, Derek. It's been quite a flat start. It hasn't been high tempo, has it? Liverpool have been in one or two good situations, but you can feel a little bit of nervousness around Anfield. I think that the crowd are in a little bit of a lull at the moment. They're waiting for something to happen to really get behind, and as of yet we haven't really seen anything. We certainly haven't tested the keeper.
Frimpong with the header forward, and then first tried to steal it, but Iwobi gets it back towards his own goal. Eventually back with Leno again. Canati is there, gets his head to it first, up towards halfway. This time it's Curtis Jones doing the challenging and force Fulham to go backwards. And the first time clearance, Canati again will jump with Rodrigo Muniz, and then the referee has noticed the flags are up on this near side. An offside flag went up, so that Fulham attack has broken down. But as Craig was saying, no real threat on either goal just yet. Robertson. Verts has come deep looking for the ball, finds Jones with it. Now Mo Salah, a bit of space now. Robinson backed off for a moment. Now Salah in towards Verts, edge of the penalty area. Did really well to control and hold on to the ball. Frimpong behind the defence now. Pulls it back towards the edge of the penalty. Andy Robertson hits the defender. Didn't quite get the contact he would have wanted to, Andy Robertson. I don't think he was really expecting the ball to reach him in the end, but that was really well worked and did really well Liverpool there to get behind that Fulham defence.
Yeah, it was a really good play, wasn't it? Frimpong again down that right-hand side. Liverpool win it back, and it's with Verts now, edge of the box. Gakpo out to Salah.
Salah in towards Gakpo on the angle there. It takes a deflection. It's gone behind for goal kick, says the referee in the end. I thought that had taken the deflection off the defender, but as you say, Verts onto the loose ball and almost created the opportunity.
Yeah, they won the ball back, didn't he? And then broke pretty quickly. But the previous one, it was a great cutback from Frimpong, edge of the box. Andy Robertson running in on his left foot. Didn't catch it the way he wanted to. I think he's caught in two minds, whether to side foot it hard or put his foot through it. He went a little bit of both, really, and scuffed it a little bit.
So goal kick to Fulham, which goes long. Van Dijk underneath it and heads the ball away. Szoboszlai will get their first one. Well, Curtis Jones in the end gets on the end of it. With the high pressing game, which seems to have deserted Liverpool this season. The other advantage of that, I think, as well, is that you tend to pick up more second balls as well, because there's more players actually chasing around the ball, Craig.
Yeah, and when you win it, there should be more gaps, you know, because teams have spread out to try and play and get out, but it's been very few and far between we've seen that.
Just Jones, just inside his own half. Now Frimpong getting forward. He's been forward 2 or 3 times already in this first half, which is 13 minutes in, still Liverpool 0. Now Salah on the angle, right foot shot, blocked away by the goalkeeper. Good play by Frimpong again, and Salah hit it right-footed. Decent strike, but Leno was covering his near post, and they scrambled the ball away for a throw on that far side. Now Liverpool are forced to go backwards. That was a good opportunity.
He's been a real threat, hasn't he, Frimpong, on that right-hand side in his opening 13 minutes. He done well again down that right-hand side under loads of pressure, but found a pass to Salah. And Salah, it was a good strike actually with his right foot, a low one, but Leno got down really well, and it was a good save, I think, from the keeper.
All right, play on that far side. It's going to be another throw for Liverpool. Side to the far touchline is Curtis Jones. Ball bounces away there, and Canati there gets his body in the way there as Josh King was trying to get away from him. Ball played to Van Dijk. Now with Van Dijk. And Gamoa down this left-hand touchline. Again, you can see the sort of the 2 or 3 white shirts heading back towards him to try and stop that space for him to go into. Now with Van Dijk as Liverpool try and build again. Josh King, who was remembered mainly, I suppose, for that goal that was disallowed at Chelsea last season, and then Fulham put it up as their goal of the month, even though it had been disallowed. So it's Frimpong again, just trying to get behind the defence, but Fulham trying to play out on the edge of their own penalty area, but he's a bit of a talent. Josh King as well, I think, going forward, isn't he? Ball back with Canate, and Fulham have it again. Crowd urging shirt number of Diogo Jota. So Liverpool try and build again. As far as Liverpool are concerned, as you say, it's still a bit of a half-hearted press as far as you're concerned, and now we see the no-to-ticket price increases.
That's what the fans for,
Derek. Fans are talking about.
That's what they're talking about now. It's the process for them.
Words trying to get it towards Salah. Controls edge of the penalty area, Mo Salah.
I'm not sure why he lifted it, Bates. It was there for him just to put on the floor, and Salah was in, but he lifted it, and in the end the chance was gone.
Gamoa, left edge of the penalty area. Just couldn't quite thread his pass through there, but again, Florian Wirtz sort of showing the ability he's got. But as you say, there was probably an easier pass to make then, wasn't it? To get Salah in. Van Dijk's done well to win the ball back. Now he's wide left-hand side, Virgil van Dijk. Florian Wirtz comes back as far as Curtis Jones. Gamoa again. Back to Curtis Jones. Into Wirtz. Now with Gamoa, he's got Robertson outside of him, but Gamoa attached to the penalty area, trying to make a bit of space for himself. He's got 2 defenders very close to him. Plays it wide. Robertson's got the angle for the cross in, but nobody attacking the far post, but Salah will retrieve it. Wide right-hand side, still with Mo Salah. Goes wide to Frimpong again, who's seen a lot of the ball down that right-hand touchline already. It's back as far as Salah. Salah picks out Canati, everybody but Mamardashvili. A good 15-20 yards inside the Fulham half a moment. Gamoa again. Thought about taking players on, tried to play the little 1-2 there. It was down inside the penalty area at the end. Referee Anton Taylor was very, very close to the action there and said it's no penalty, and Fulham will try and catch Liverpool on the break here, but they've done well to win the ball back, and then Wirtz is penalised on halfway. The crowd don't like any of those decisions.
No, I mean, it was Gamoa again in the box. He was trying to go at his defenders. Looked like he'd gone through the middle of them. And was he caught? You know, it was a difficult one, wasn't it? I think it's you've seen him given. You know, you have seen him given. Whether he thinks he's gone over too easy, I don't know, but I mean, you have seen him given. It's not going to be given because there's a check and it's over.
It was Oscar Bob, wasn't he? He was a bit clumsy, I suppose, as much as anything. But as you say, you have seen those given. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but he's not going to get it this occasion, Derek. But it's better, isn't it? There was a little 1-2 there, got himself inside the box. Nice and positive.
Yeah, Vert's getting on the ball a bit more in the last 5 minutes. 17 minutes gone. Still Liverpool 0, Fulham 0. Just that one save of any note, really. That snapshot from Salah from an angle that Leno did well to save at his near post. Canati there almost got himself turned. There was players holding each other's shirt, but now a chance for Fulham to break forward. Got two players on the floor, but they've got to the edge of the penalty area, and it's turned behind for a corner in the end. Just for a moment then, Liverpool were exposed down that left-hand side again.
Yeah, I mean, Canate got in a wrestling match on the halfway line, and Fulham come away from that, ended up with a 3v2 almost. You know, and when they got to the edge of the box, Virgil van Dijk it was, who got himself in a really good position, snuffed it out.
Just as well, but it's going to be a corner left-hand side, which Alex Iwobi has gone across to take. Cop end, 18 minutes gone, still goals. Iwobi's corner comes in, Mamardashvili comes and gets the punch away. So a decent amount of distance on it, it's going to end up towards this right wing. It's picked up there by Harry Wilson. Not seen too much of him on the ball so far. Barrel with Robinson goes back as far as Leno. Liverpool try to push out midway inside their own half. Angle ball away towards that left-hand side towards Iwobi, who control, keeps it in play, who's got Bob inside of him. Still with Iwobi. Liverpool back in shape. Fulham at the moment just content to keep that possession. Now is Sanderberg. Langham ball there as they've got Robinson free there to drive forward. Nobody going towards him, and then towards the edge of the penalty area. Sliding challenge in the end, and Mamardashvili stops it from going behind for a corner kick. But they're having some joy when they're coming forward down that left-hand side, certainly, and getting close to that penalty areas. Chance now for Szoboszlai to break across the halfway line. Salah's wide right there all by himself. Gakpo inside the penalty area. What can Salah do now? Comes back as far as Szoboszlai. Eventually it broke down there a little bit too easily, and Fulham can come away with it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a waste, really, wasn't it? Looked like Liverpool were in a really good position. Great run by Szoboszlai out the middle of the pitch. Played it out wide to Salah, and he played it back to him. He was always going to get snuffed out the shot. I thought he should have maybe just kept the ball and kept the attack going.
Ngumoa towards Wirtz. Turns in a six-punch third as Florian Wirtz, then played in towards Robertson. Now with Gakpo with a chance to shoot. It's gone much as wide. There's a clear shooting opportunity there for Cody Gakpo, but it was worked well to him. Got it from underneath his feet, hit it well enough, but a couple of yards wide of the right-hand post.
Yeah, there was some really nice passing there, wasn't there? How many times have we seen Gakpo do that? Try and give the keeper the eyes and go near post. It was a decent strike, but it was always a yard wide, wasn't it? The keeper, I think, was fairly comfortable with it.
20 minutes in, still goalless in this one. It's got a crowd on their seats, and Fulham give the ball away there at the end, as that time Szoboszlai was forcing the ball to be played out from the back by Anderson. So Fulham throw. Ball play wide on this near side. Now we do have the applause for Diogo Jota. Jones underneath it there, just inside the Fulham half. Szoboszlai, back as far as Konate. Robertson. Konate again. Got Frimpong towards his right hand side. His wide to Frimpong again. Now back as far as Szoboszlai. Frimpong across the back four to Curtis Jones. Ngumoa, wide left-hand side. Looking for his options. Gets back as far as Van Dijk again. Van Dijk, angle ball. That's going to find Mo Salah, wide right-hand side. He's got Frimpong ahead of him. Wirtz inside of him. Szoboszlai as well. Does really well there. There's Dominic Szoboszlai getting back as far as Florian Wirtz. Now goes wide towards Frimpong. Only Gakpo inside the the penalty area at the moment as Frimpong tries to get towards the dead ball line and just wants to keep the ball in play. Now what can Verts do? In as far as Mo Salah trying to turn, trying to hit it. Didn't quite get the shot away in the end. He turned and then just hesitated. It was closed down again, almost but not quite, Craig Higgins.
Yeah, again, Frimpong does really well. Robertson's trying to shepherd the ball out of play in the touchline. He just gets his foot round him and gets a little toe to Mo. But Mo's got his back to goal. Can't try and get a quick turn and get a shot off, but he was well marshalled, it has to be said, by the Fulham defender.
Van Dijk inside the centre circle now with Konate. Salah infield to Verts, who's trying to play Frimpong in as well. That's where Liverpool are getting a little bit of joy in the early stages of this one, certainly. Midway through the first half, Liverpool 0, Fulham 0. Early Brentford 2, Everton 2. Liverpool in 5th place at start of play, looking to try and get a really important win here this evening. Right to Ngomoa now. Now it's one-on-one just for a moment. A couple of step overs, turns infield. Still has possession. He's got Robertson outside of him. Tries to go between two defenders again. And well, it was ambitious by Ngomoa, but it almost worked.
Yeah, I mean, great feat, wasn't it? A little shuffle from right to left, tried to go in between them. You would, I'd be surprised if an experienced player would have let that happen. But he's still learning the game, isn't he? But he's good to watch when he's so direct like he is. Every time he gets the ball, he looks like he wants to go at them.
Castagna was the player who did well there to get his body in the way and stop Ngomoa from getting there. And again, this time the press did work for Liverpool because they forced Fulham to concede a throw. Just levelled the edge of their own penalty area. Liverpool have it again. Now they've come back towards halfway with Konate. Szoboszlai. Gakpo's come short for it. Right to Mo Salah. As far as Konate. Now with Van Dijk. This time it's Andy Robertson who's wide left hand side, and Ngomoa inside left channel wanted it but doesn't get it. Robertson. Curtis Jones again. In towards Andy Robertson. 10 wide to this near side. Ngomoa back as far as Verts again. Left edge of the penalty area. Little chip ball into Szoboszlai. Wasn't the easiest in the world for him to deal with. He just makes sure that Liverpool keep possession with Konate again. Szoboszlai trying to control the game from deep positions there. Finds Salah. Robertson goes across to meet him, gets the challenge in. Out for a Liverpool throw. Frimpong will take it. So many red shirts close to him at the moment, apart from Mo Salah. Nobody's made a move either just yet. Now Florian Wirtz trying to make some space for himself as well. Comes as far as Salah. That was more or less the only option in the end. And they plays back to Konate inside the centre circle. Van Dijk. Ngomoa hugging the left-hand touchline, but Van Dijk goes infield to Szoboszlai again. Now with Konate. Curtis Jones. Picks out Salah right edge of the penalty area. Frimpong's on the overlap there. Still with Salah, but he's lost possession as he has. Easy for Iwobi in the end to dispossess him. Jones with a strong challenge in, trying to win it back high here, but Fulham, well, play the ball forward, but out for a Liverpool throw.
Yeah, it was good pressure that actually from Curtis Jones. It was Oscar Bob who was trying to find a pass, and he's done really well to smother him out. In the end, he just hit it out for a throw-in for Liverpool. Still no pace in the game though, Derek, is there? You know, Liverpool have looked like they get in some dangerous areas, particularly down that right-hand side. But there's no pace when they get it and they're trying to shift the ball or transfer it. It's really, really slow.
Robertson with the throw then, midway inside the Fulham half. Comes back as far as Van Dijk. Konate. Frimpong a bit deeper now. Salah's in the inside right channel. Comes back as far as Szoboszlai. 26 minutes gone. Still goalless here. Just that one shot on target from Liverpool so far. Home fans expecting more than that. Szoboszlai switches it wide now to Frimpong. Salah's on the edge of the penalty area. Comes back as far as Curtis Jones. Jones just hesitated and gets himself into a bit of a cul-de-sac for a moment, but gets it back as far as Konate. Again, it's a very, very slow build-up by Liverpool here. A few of the fans shouting for them just to off the pace a little bit, which Ngomoa tries to do now as he goes across field. Then switches it wide to Frimpong, right hand side. Salah's inside the box. Gakpo's there as well. Frimpong can't get past the challenge there of Robinson. And now Fulham will try and break forward themselves, but Szoboszlai does well to get his boot in the way. It didn't fall for Frimpong though. Now Gakpo will try and make sure that Leno doesn't have it easy to play out. Fulham in possession, but they're heading towards their own corner flag there. Gakpo doing all the chasing there, all the pressing all by himself there, Cody Gakpo.
He was the only one running. Derek, the ball came out here and Gamoa sort of stood off a little bit, but then Gakpo chased again. He was the only one trying to close down.
Robertson, curling cross comes in and goes beyond Gakpo. Did that take a deflection? Well, the flag's gone up for offside anyway, possibly against Mo Salah. But no, you're right. I mean, it needs somebody else to join.
Yeah, I mean, you need to go in as a group. You know, it's no good just one going and chasing because they'll just pick you off. They're all decent players on the ball, so you need everyone to be together. You know, if one goes, everyone goes.
So it's going to be ball with Jay Leno there and sends it long and deep inside the Liverpool half. Van Dijk is underneath it. So the crowd is waiting for something to happen, really. Some concerted pressure. Now Gakpo can he get between two defenders. Bassi, though treading water for a moment there, but he gets it back to Leno. Gets the ball back as well. Salah decides to do a little bit of pressing on the edge of the penalty area, and Bassi uses his strength to keep possession. Now Liverpool have pushed forward a little bit more. It's played forward rather in hope there for Harry Wilson. It's going to break away that far side. Iwobi will pick it up midway inside his own half. Trying to play the ball wide on that left-hand side. Konate's had to go outside, then he's turned one way, then the other. Still goes on, does Harry Wilson, in towards the far post and turned back in the end on this side by Josh King. He's under pressure there from Andy Robertson, who's forcing him towards the corner flag. King, and then the runner's got away from everybody there. Castagna pulls the ball back towards the edge of the penalty area, bounces away, fortunately off Iwobi. And the ball is cleared forward, and Liverpool just can't get out from that situation. The danger's not over just yet. King again. It's a poor ball though towards Bassi, but his skill gets him away from Mo Salah. Now Robinson will come forward. Turned in field, bit of space edge of the penalty now. Iwobi, shot comes in, straight down the line though for Mamardashvili, who makes the save, but danger for Liverpool there.
Yeah, I mean, it was danger as well, wasn't it? Harry Wilson done really well on that left-hand side for them, twisted inside and out, and then just dinked a little ball to the far post, which Liverpool didn't really deal with. You know, they were sort of all over the place, weren't they? And if Iwobi's shot from the cross that came back, or his touch was better, he'd have had a free shot, middle of the goal. But they got away with it because his touch was really heavy.
Szoboszlai towards Salah, who loses possession. He's come off that right wing a lot there, Mo Salah, but not really been able to influence the game so far. Here come Fulham again, and the ball forward there by Josh King, but nobody had made the forward run. So you head towards the half-hour mark here, and again you can sort of feel the anxiety amongst the Liverpool fans who want to see a bit more. And Gamoa there being fouled by Timothy Castagna. Free kick for Liverpool on halfway. When you're on the pitch, Craig, I mean, you know, can you feel the anxiety in a crowd when you're playing? I mean, do you notice that at all in a big stadium like this?
Well, you will here because it's the atmosphere is normally really good. You know, it's loud and they'll get behind the team, but this is really quiet, and you'll notice it being quiet. Certainly, as a player, you will. But I'm just thinking there, just that last bit where Fulham got inside Liverpool, and Gamoa just switched off a little bit, and his fullback went running, and he didn't go with him. And it was Andy Robertson needs to have a little word with him, saying there's a job to do going this way as well.
Part of the learning curve, I think, for Rio and Gamoa. Now with Szoboszlai, Konate inside right channel, midway inside the Fulham half, goes wide to Mo Salah. Back as far as Konate again. Frimpong wide to Salah again. This time comes back as far as Szoboszlai. Now with Van Dijk. Gamoa again is swinging the left touchline. That's where Robertson finds him. It's 1 against 1 for the moment now. Step over. Still on the edge of the penalty area. Curls it in towards the far post. Salah is there, heads the ball in field. Trying to turn there was Curtis Jones, but it bobbled away from him in the end. But that was good play by Gamoa and almost a clear opportunity.
Yeah, good play down the left, got to the byline and dinked a lovely little ball to the far post where Mo Salah just cushioned one into Curtis Jones. but Bassey had him well covered.
Here come Fulham at the other end now. Real opportunity, trying to get behind Szoboszlai there, just got his body in the way. Nunes tins the ball back and Mamardashvili has to make the save in the end. Palms it away from danger on this near side as Josh King got the shot away. But again, Liverpool having problems down that far side. It's another shot. And a shot that you expect Mamardashvili to save, but even so, that was danger again, Craig.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a little bit of encouragement, haven't they, Fulham? Last couple of attacks, they've managed to get little sights at goal. Mamardashvili, you'd expect him to make that save. It was a decent height for him. He pushed it away into safety, but just seeing signs of Fulham just growing into the game a little bit, trying to be a little bit more adventurous.
Coming forward again, down that left-hand touchline again, there's space for Iwobi. Played in field and then switches play to Harry Wilson. Favours his left foot, coming in from this right-hand touchline, still with Wilson. Trying to curl it towards the far post, it's just over the crossbar and ripples the roof of the net in the end there. Well, if he goes on his left foot, Harry Wilson, you know what a good shot he's got on him. You've got to be aware of that, and he knew exactly what he was doing, just didn't quite get it right.
No, well, you said it, Derek. You know, as soon as he gets it, you know where he's trying to shift the ball. He's trying to get it on his left foot and open it up for that far corner. And Liverpool almost let him do it. You know, just let him come in, get it on his left. And he put a decent shot in. It wasn't too far over.
Salah there, I thought he'd won the ball back to get it to Gakpo, and the assistant on that far side. Oh, he's saying it's offside, I think, in the end. It's a free kick for Fulham anyway, but they've shown that they can cause Liverpool problems here, no doubt about that. As Craig was saying, there's a nervousness about Liverpool's side. They take an extra touch when you don't need to, not quite seeing the run when it happens in front of you. That's what happens when confidence is a little bit low, as it will be. Lost the last 3 games, of course. Lost to Brighton in the Premier League, then that City defeat and PSG as well. They'll not be playing with PSG on their minds at all, really, Craig. I mean, you were saying before the start, you know, this is a really important game.
Yeah, I don't think so, because the chances are there's quite a few of these who won't be playing in that game, so they'll be wanting to give the manager a problem. You know, if they have a really good game here, then it might be hard to ignore them for the PSG game. But it's still a little bit flat, Derek. It's not moving at the pace, is it, that we want to? You just heard a shout there, quickening it up, Reds, and it's sort of that type of game, isn't it? Plenty of the ball, plenty of possession, but in areas where Fulham will be happy they are.
Yeah, the 1 or 2 opportunities that Liverpool have almost had, they've been closed down very easily. Ngamoa there, easily taken off the ball by Sanderberg. Now the Iwobi, King, edge of the penalty area there, Oscar Bob, trying to make some space for himself. Bob goes wide to that left-hand side. Now the deep cross will come in again, but fortunately for Liverpool, that is too deep. Almost had too much time there, Robinson, to pick his cross off. But Oscar Bob's not afraid to drift into situations on the edge of that penalty area either.
No, he's not. You know, he's been in some dangerous positions. Liverpool again have to be wary because he's drifting off and in between the full-back and centre-half. So Konate needs to concentrate as well, but that was a really poor cross from Robinson. He wasn't under any pressure at all. Could have put a dangerous ball into the box, but didn't. Overhit it massively.
Only Robinson with the throw, deep inside the Liverpool half. Played away just yet to Liverpool as Rodrigo Muniz does well on this near side, but then Andy Robertson switches play there, but doesn't find Frimpong with it. It's cut out there by Iwobi. Robinson will join in again. He's got Oscar Bob inside of him. Bob got time there to control it, played back towards the edge of the penalty area. Good closing down there, just forces Sanderberg across the penalty area. Then if that was meant to be a shot from distance, I'm not too sure there from Joachim Andersen, the captain, but in the end, Mamardashvili gets hold of it. Salah there to Gakpo, who was fouled, but the advantage goes the way of Florian Wirtz. Wirtz goes wide to Ngamoa, left into the penalty area. What can Ngamoa do now? Step overs. Wants to try and make space for the shot if he possibly can, and scores! What a goal! Rio Ngamoa, quick feet, terrific shot curl just inside the far post. There really wasn't a gap there to get that one away. It's his second goal for Liverpool. His last one, of course, won the game against Newcastle, and this one has put Liverpool ahead by 1-0. The talent of the youngster shows. It's Liverpool 1, Fulham 0.
Yeah, he's worked that really well as well, hasn't he? Really positive. He has been positive all game without really anything happening for him. But there, he he gets it again, positive, goes at Castagna, turns in one way, then the other, and just shifts the ball a little bit. And I did wonder whether he could have took the strike a little bit earlier, but he took another touch. In the end, he found the perfect angle, bent it in that far corner. Leno had absolutely no chance. It's a great goal for him. And it's what Liverpool needed, really, because they've been toiling a little bit. Derek, it's been really slow. It was going to take something like that, a little bit of individual ability to open Fulham up. And Engamo has done it. It's a great goal, great finish.
37 minutes gone then. Liverpool lead by a goal to nil. Rio's the chance of the Liverpool fans here. And that's the biggest noise we've heard from him so far. He's just one of those players, and you get him, and when they're on the ball, you know something different is going to happen. And for a player his age, that's something a little bit special. As Szoboszlai there, waiting for Robertson to arrive, then plays it wide towards Salah on the far side, and then doesn't control it, Mo Salah. Well, we all know Salah at his best, and that would have been controlled and there would have been real danger.
Yeah, would have been. I mean, he was out wide. I actually thought he picked the wrong option because he had a chance just to play Andy Robertson in, who made a good run down his left-hand side. But he didn't. He checked and went the other way. It was still a decent ball, and you would expect Mo to pick it up. But he didn't. It went under his foot and out for a throw into Fulham.
So you've seen one of Liverpool's greats, of course, Mo Salah there, who is getting towards the end of his Liverpool career. You just wonder what sort of Liverpool career Rio Ngamo might have. He's got a lot to learn. Craig was mentioning before about he let a player run past him. His full-back got beyond him inside the Liverpool penalty area, so there's other sides to the game as well. But when you've got the ability that he has just to have quick feet and not afraid to go left or right either. He isn't just a one-footed player at all, Craig.
No, he's not. He does go both ways, and it's just, for him, it's all about learning when to keep the ball, when he can have a go at people. You know, that's all. And then positions he gets in when the ball's on that other side, does he stay out wide or does he go and try and score goals? I mean, if he adds goals to his game, but he's a double figures man from wide, then people are paying massive amounts of money for people like that these days.
His goal separates the two teams at the moment. Now Szoboszlai, Wirtz had made the forward run, but the pass was a little bit too strong there from Szoboszlai, but he's done really well to win the ball back. Wirtz takes over, edge of the penalty. He wants to have a shot now. Not as good as Rio, I'm afraid. It's ended up in the Anfield Road end. That was showed what can happen if you win the ball and you press inside the opponent's half and win the ball, which is what Szoboszlai did then.
Yeah, I mean, he just took a chance, didn't he? Closed his man down really quickly, won the ball, got it to Wirtz on the edge of the box. It opened up for him, actually, for a shot. It was a disappointing shot because it was never, ever on target. It was always high and wide. Because he's got the ability, hasn't he, Florian Wirtz, no doubt about it, to finish things from there.
Wirtz doing the closing down the edge of the penalty there as Fulham tried to play out from the back. Canate. Ball is headed forward. Well, sometimes goals give you a little bit of confidence in your play, and that's the case now for Liverpool. Now with Gakpo. Midway inside the Fulham half, they're backing off for a moment in towards Florian Wirtz again, very central position, comes wide to Ngamo again. The crowd wonder what he's going to do this time. Ngamo chips the ball in, Gakpo controls, goes wide as far as Salah. Salah with a shot, gets in! Mo Salah gets his goal as well. Ngamo started it. Good control by Cody Gakpo, just rolled in the path of Mo Salah. And that was the Salah of old, certainly. First time finish, just curled beyond Leno, this time away to his right-hand side. And a big smile on the face of Mo Salah. He scores again. And Liverpool, with 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes, lead Fulham. Fulham trail Liverpool by 2 goals to 0.
I mean, that's a brilliant finish from Mo Salah. You know, that's what we're used to seeing, like you said, Derek. I mean, the ball starts with Ngamo on his left-hand side, and he does well, cuts across, and then chips a little ball to Gakpo, takes it down and plays it to Salah, and it looks like there's nothing on for Salah. But he hits it first time with his left foot, and similar to Ngamo's finish from this left-hand side, Mo's from the right-hand side was just as good. Bent it around Leno, far post, keeper had no chance. First time finish with the left foot, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Salah.
We've seen so many of those over the years, certainly. And they enjoyed that, Mo Salah. He's not had the best of starts of the game, there's no doubt about that, but that was a terrific finish, and that's the quality that Liverpool fans won't be seeing again at the end of the season. I was there at the Legends game a couple of weeks ago, and just after Mo had really sort of made that announcement, and I heard a little lad speaking to his dad outside and said, "Do you think we'll see Mo in the Legends game next year?" I don't think we will, but I'm sure with his connection with Liverpool and the family have really loved living here as well, we'll see him back at Anfield. There's no doubt about that, Craig.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. You know, he's had such a wonderful time here, and he's obviously held in the highest esteem by all the Liverpool fans. He'll definitely be back.
That's one for the scrapbook, certainly, as Wirtz there was fouled, but Liverpool go on now with Mo Salah, who's got a spring in his step again. Plays it wide to this side to Ungamoa. Liverpool have really opened up now. Ungamoa attacks the penalty area again, in towards the near post. It was Andy Robertson with a shot in the end, and Leno fortunately was on the ball on his goal line then. I think Robertson was hoping he might just catch him out in the near post, and didn't do, but he makes the save. But again, there's a little bit of a joy in Liverpool's play.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what goals do, isn't it? You know, they look like they play with a little bit more purpose and a little bit more confidence, actually, in front of goal. That first goal seems to have settled everybody down. And there, Andy Robertson, it was a half clever finish, but he didn't put anywhere near enough on it.
Lovely layoff there to Salah, then Wirtz with a back heel to Mo Salah. He felt he was fouled, but Anthony Taylor getting close to the action. He decides no foul. Tell what the fans think about that.
I think that's come from behind him, you know. Bassey.
Now at the other end, there's a foul from Frimpong, that's been penalised on the edge of the Liverpool penalty just to add insult to injury. A couple of minutes to half time here. Well, Liverpool leading by 2-0, but they've got a little bit of defending to do. And what they want to do, having got a bit of a stranglehold on the game, is to concede close to the break, Craig.
Yeah, that's what they won't want to do, because they're in control of this game now, Derek. You know, whether I don't think they've played particularly well, but they've controlled the game, and they've got the 2 goals, which is great before half time. But they don't want to concede one just before then.
Maybe a free kick.
Is that Curtis Jones gone down? Is it?
Yeah. It's just looking on that far side there.
Yeah, it looks like Curtis Jones is down.
And he's sort of pointing to his groin, isn't he?
Mm.
Whether he's felt something. I don't think it wasn't his challenge, I don't think, was it, when he got back?
No, it wasn't. It was Frimpong.
Frimpong's challenge that gave the free kick away, so it's since then, you can see where he's pointing to his groin area there, Craig, isn't it? And, well, I'm sure Liverpool won't take any chances, because he'll be a key player for the squad, certainly on Tuesday. Normally players know in these circumstances. Do you find that yourself?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look very confident, does he, Curtis, there? And he looks a little bit negative about it. You can obviously feel it. Yeah, it doesn't look good for Curtis at all.
Liverpool are getting substitute ready, I think, on this near side. So there's going to be a free kick to Fulham anyway. You say about the performance, I mean 2 quality goals, you can't argue about that, certainly. And there've been little flashes every now and again from Liverpool. There isn't the pace you wanted, probably. No. There isn't the certainty, but there have been little flashes here and there, and as you say, goals do make a big difference.
Yeah, they do, but it's the way they play, Derek. It's the control in the game that I think Arne Slot wants control in the game, wants them to keep the ball. But it's the pace that they play at sometimes. I mean, they've scored 2 really good goals today, top finishes, and it's put them in complete control. So then you can afford to step off the gas a little bit, but do your jobs properly. You know, you don't have to go full pelt closing them down all the time when you're in control of the game. But if you want to put teams under pressure, that's what you have to do. You have to go after teams, get on the front foot.
A couple of minutes to stoppage time at the end of this first half. Free kick taken, headed away by Virgil van Dijk, and now Ungamoa trying to get Salah behind the fence. It was a terrific ball as well, but Leno, fortunately for Fulham, had read it really well. But the pressure started now as Liverpool push forward, trying to win the ball back. Ryan Gravenberch is going to replace Curtis Jones, who's gone off on that far side, so he's not coming back on, but Ryan Gravenberch will join the action next time the ball goes out of play. But Liverpool down to 10 men at the moment as Fulham trying to get forward, can't find Oscar Bob with it, gone behind for a goal kick, so that will give Ryan Gravenberch the chance to come on. So well, that was meant to be a complete rest for Ryan Gravenberch. He's not quite had the season that he had last season, has he, Ryan Gravenberch? But an important player last season when Liverpool won the championship.
No, I think he's been consistent though. I think he's solid, isn't he? You don't see him have very many poor games. He's always there doing his job. Does really well both sides of the game, covering ground, covering spaces, getting his foot in, and the other side he can shape his body, let the ball run across him, get through, past people. He's a really good player, Gravenberch. But it looks like Curtis Jones has come back on. He's going to give it a go. Gravenberch's just sat down, put his coat back on, so
we'll wait and see how that works out. He went off on the far side, did Curtis Jones, and Gravenberch was ready to come on, but whether they're going to leave it till half-time, we're almost there, and just see how things are. He's back on the pitch at the moment, so hopefully that's not too much bad news for Curtis Jones. Ball played back towards the halfway line. They have possession again to Fulham, and that is the half-time whistle. And a lot of applause from the Liverpool fans. I don't know if they've been entirely happy with absolutely everything they've seen that first half, but they've seen